Hey folks, hi, my name is Manny Lopez and welcome to the first edition of the Power Lead System PLS tips. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share with you guys some tips on how to sell over the phone. Now, a lot of you guys have been selling via email through the email campaigns and the automated messaging features, but for those of you that have a little extra time on your hands and can pick up the phone and call some of these prospects, you'd be surprised of how effective just picking up the phone and going through a verbatim script can be in closing more sales. So I'd like to welcome you and enjoy the time that we're going to have here tonight. I'm not going to make it too long. I want to make sure that I give you guys enough content and not take up too much of your time. I am going to be live answering any questions via the chat role feature right here below us. So just go and use that feature at any time if you have any questions about the training, where you can get some of these scripts. I'm going to be uploading these through the back office, so I'll send you guys links and everything to all of that. But any questions, feel free to use that chat feature. I'll be there answering questions all night. Okay, so let's get right to it then. Okay, so first up in the blueprint to success is we want to secure your own customized domain. So what we have is I simply ask everyone on my team to just go ahead and go get the dollar domain by just Googling 99-cent GoDaddy domain. Very simple. The first one will be a sponsored link by GoDaddy themselves. You click on it, it goes right into a subpage within GoDaddy that sponsors the $1 domain. So you're able to secure that domain for a year for just $1 just by doing that. So save you 10 bucks probably right there. Second thing is you want to set up your first campaign. So the first campaign you can literally set up in 5 minutes. I mean, you literally set up your email, the lead capture page, the sales funnels, the e-commerce. I mean, everything is set up within minutes. Because all you have to do is you simply go in there, you make a lead capture page, you make some edits on the lead capture page, then you just tie into where the autoresponders and everything where it's going to go. Now keep in mind everything's already made for you, so all you have to do is plug it in. If you need help on a walkthrough, I've got a YouTube video. Keep in mind, again, this blueprint is going to be uploaded to the Facebook group. I'm going to upload it into the files section so you guys can download it right from there. The Facebook group, as you can see, is right at the screen on here. Facebook.com/groups/PLS members. So definitely take advantage of that. Next thing after you set up your first campaign is you want to set up your 3 different sites. Okay, you're going to have your main website, which is where you have the main sales funnel. You know, if someone goes there, they get the videos of the PLS, they see the 100% commission video. I always recommend the 4-tab layout. That's always the best one converting right now. You also have the next one, which is going to be your free leads. So you want to set up your free lead system. If you have any questions on that, feel free to ask me in the chat roll there. I can help you set that up as well. Also, if you want, or the next one that you'll need to set up is going to be the weekly hangout one. So every week you should have an auto-responding message that goes out to everybody in your contact manager, informing them of the Google Hangouts that go out Wednesdays and Thursdays for the training and for the sales process. So for all your free lead members, always send them there. So that way they get a chance to upgrade and learn about the new tips and strategies and the new things that are happening with the system. So it just can turn that free lead member into a paid member. Okay. Also, the next thing you want to do is start figuring out, once you have everything set up, how you're going to start driving traffic so you start getting content. Okay, so you start getting leads. So the way you can do that is one of a couple ways. You can try solo ads, as you can see from number 4 here. There's a good website called solochecker.com. You can go there and basically be able to set up solo ads. Solo ads, if you don't know what those are emails that are sent out specifically for your ad only. So there's going to be what's called a swipe made, where they type out an email that's going to be going out. Either you make it or the person sending out the ad makes it. You got to work that out with them. But either way, it goes out with a link into your website, and you're going to be paying for a guaranteed amount of clicks, either 20, 50, 100, or however many you want to go up to. But that's how you can drive a guaranteed amount of traffic, and usually you have a conversion rate of somewhere between 20 to 50% is where you should be right. And from there, you want to grab their name, email, and phone number, because if we're going to be using phone sales, you've got to ask for the phone number. You'll get a lot less conversions with that, but you are going to weed out the people that are just looky-loos, and I'm looking for people that want to talk by the phone anyway, because the email, you can't do nothing but set them in the email system and let it do its thing. And if you don't have a phone number, that's all you can do is sit back and wait. But what we want to do with the phone numbers, you can pick them up and you can call them. You can leave them a message. You can, leave them an email that says, hey, I just called you, whatever it may be. So it gives you the ability to have a more interaction with that person. the person who has an interest in a home-based business or your free lead system or whatever it may be. Okay. Now, one way that I've been having some great success is actually the lead vendors within the system. The one that we've had is Cutting Edge Media. Let me show you right here. So Cutting Edge Media, it's right within the system. If you go into the back-end system here, and once you log in, under Promote Your Business, you'll see Traffic Generation Online. These are all the different ways that you can drive traffic to your page. So any one of these would be a great way. Also through your training section in the training area, there's also some great places you can go in there. Once you log in, there's some resources under marketing that once you click on there, you'll have a bunch of different resources to be able to use solo ad vendors and all kinds of cool stuff in there. But I use the approved lead vendors. This is the last option here. So you'll see there's two different lead vendors here. You got Fast MLM Leads and you have Cutting Edge Media. Now, Fast MLM Leads is a great source. The unfortunate thing with them is that they have a lot of business, which is a good thing for them. The problem is that sometimes you do have a delay in getting some leads, like maybe a couple days to maybe even a couple weeks to having to wait for some leads. Cutting Edge Media is a little bit more expensive, but they're not going to have any issues delivering leads daily in real time if they need to. But they have a really great resource. But again, they are a little bit more pricier, so that's probably why a lot of people are using Fast MLM. You know, it's a lot less costly. But either way, so whichever works for you. But what I always recommend getting is at least starting with some opt-in leads on the basic side. If you go into, say, Fast MLM Leads, okay, we go in here and all the way down to the bottom, we have opt-in lead packages, where you can buy leads as a package for $67.50, and you get 250 fresh opt-in leads. These are people that have went online, have searched for, looking for a home-based business. Okay, you can even get as specific as having these two companies contact these leads for you. Okay, let me show you some of these redirected leads. Okay, redirected leads is where they actually have a team of people call the leads for you, and they'll actually present the offer of your business, saying, hey, this person, here's what they offer. If you have an interest, I can set up an appointment and you guys can talk, you know, and they'll actually set up an appointment with a date and time that that person will be available for you to discuss your home-based business opportunity to them. So it's a really great resource. You can utilize that as well. And even some cheaper phone verified leads, if you want them just to say, hey, you know, are you 18 years or over? Or do you have internet access? Are you really looking for a home-based business? Do you have some interest in that? So you can get something like that. But each one of them have that type of setup with it. And it's a great resource. So if you want to go the more inexpensive route, buy the leads yourself, and then you can actually go in there and just start calling them, and then going that way. But one of the cool things as well is that each of these lead vendors, they automatically will upload those leads right into your contact manager. So right in your contacts, as soon as you sign up, you get to buy leads from them. As soon as they're ready, they will upload them into your contact manager. All you got to do is give them your referral ID, and then they'll put them into the contact manager. And all you got to do is you assign an email just by going to email, send campaigns, and then once you go to send campaign, then you just pick the campaign you want to send. Let's say I use the no first name campaign, or since these are purchase leads, if you purchase leads ones, they're going to have the first and last name, so you can actually use the one that says, you know, include their first name as well. So you're getting that personality, you know, getting personal with them on those subject lines. But it'll tell you right here, you can go in here and you can check off the lead list, like Fast MLM Leads for 250. Okay, I want to send all the campaign to that entire list that just got uploaded. So it'll tell you by the date when those were uploaded and how many you have in that system. And then you go in here and you can actually go by each individual contact and then choose the date to send. You go in there and you can choose, if you don't choose anything else from this point on, it'll just go to your original website, and then it will tell you how many leads you're going to be sending out throughout that entire campaign. Because do keep in mind, if you're connecting them to the Power Lead System campaign, it's about 16 or 14 to 16 emails that go out over a month's period. So there's going to be a lot of emails that go out. That's why you have a total of 3,000. It won't send them all at once. Do keep that in mind. They are spread out over those periods of time, but that's how many emails we'll send out in that campaign once it's completed. Okay. So now once you know how to get some leads and you have contacts, at this point now we want to contact those contacts. And the way you do it is you got to have a script. Okay, you can't just wing it. Okay, you don't call people and just say, hey, this is John, I'm looking to sell you some home, well, you're looking for a home-based business, right? You know, and then you're just mumbling and stumbling over yourself. You got to have a scripted response. Now here's a script that I put together. Here's just one example that we have here. In this script, you'll see here the first thing we do is want to make sure that we got the right person on the phone. Hi, is this John? Great. Hi, this is Manny. I received your request for more information about making money from home. Did I catch you at a good time? It's a good question to ask. You can either go into a question like that where, it does kind of leave an open end where you can say, well, they can say yes or they can say no. A lot of times the main training is always say, give them something, ask them a question, they're always going to say yes. So you can switch it up. Maybe something like, that's you, correct? That you're looking for a home-based business, right? Something like along the lines of that would be good. I always like to, did I catch you at a good time? Because, I like to be courteous. That's just my thing. For me, I don't like to just bum rush somebody. They may be in the middle of something and you just totally kill that buzz to where it's just, they're not even going to listen to anything you have to say at that point. So I like to be a little bit on the courteous side because, at least it shows that, hey, I do respect their time, okay? Then I want us to go right into asking them questions. If they say, yes, I have some time, let me go and, yeah, that was me. I'm looking for the home-based business opportunity. Go right in asking questions. Perfect. So tell me why you want a home-based business. What are your goals? What's the biggest challenge that you have in your life? The main thing you want to do when you're asking these questions is you want to get them to really give you what it is what was the reason why they filled out that form in the first place. Why is it they need to change their circumstance? What is the purpose of them needing to go away from what they're doing now to changing their situation? They saw something that triggered a response and said, you know what, I want to figure out how to make money from home or how to make money on the side, supplement my income, whatever it may be. You got to figure out what those ticks are, because that's what's going to be your selling point down the road once you finish your pitch and then you're going in for the sale. Because any time they're going to give you an objection, which is going to happen 99 times out of 100, they're not just going to lay down and say, you know what, this is a great idea, perfect, sign me up, here's my credit card. If it was that easy, we would all be millionaires, right? So when you get the objection, you got to make sure you have their hot points, because then you can turn around and use those against them. Okay, so for example, if someone says, I'm looking to get a home-based business because, my son is 16 years old now, and he's going to be going to college soon, and I want to be able to, send him to a good college, not just those, community colleges. Okay, so then that's when you want to use those hot points at the bottom, when at the end of the call they're saying, you know what, let me think about it, or I don't know if this is something I want to do, or whatever reason they're going to give you. Okay, you turn around and then you say, you know what, remember how you wanted to give Billy, or whatever the name, make sure you get the names because names are very important. Remember when you wanted to give Billy that opportunity to go to a 4-year, university college. Just think about that. You want to get these people to visualize their future. Visualize what can possibly happen if they join your team. What is going to be the real benefit of why they're going to be working with you? It's not just going to be, hey, here's a feature of PLS. You want to give them a benefit. Okay? You want to say, you know what? If you're going to join our team, I'm going to show you how to be successful. And then by you being successful, maybe in turn we can get you those funds to be able to send Billy to a 4-year college easily, and be able to take care of your family and take care of not only Billy's kids, or not only your kids, but Billy's kids as well, your grandchildren. Turn it around where it gets them to talk about their feelings, because the only way they're going to make a decision on this is they're going to have an emotional response. They're going to sit there and they're going to say, you know what, you've changed my thinking. I want to do business with you. I know you're going to be the person I trust to take me where I need to go. Because that's what people, they want to have someone they can trust that's going to lead them in the right direction. You can't just go out there and just expect everyone to come to you and think of you as the expert without you giving them any value. You have to show them why you're going to be the person that's going to give them that, paid for college education, that vacation house they're looking to get, that debt they're trying to just pay off and be debt free and not have to worry about the repo man coming and picking up the car next week. That's the type of thing that you really got to get into when you're talking to these people. You got to get down to their level, because once you can understand them, then that's when they can see that you can understand them and they understand you. I know it may be kind of weird, but if you get it, you'll get it. Okay, so let's get back into some of the script here. So basically, when you're going over the script, you want to go over some questions, and at the end of it, you want to kind of clarify those questions. So once you question them, then you go, okay, so I see that, okay, so, you're doing this situation, like, for example, let's say here, tell me a little bit about why you want to work from home. She says, Billy has a college education I want to pay for. Okay, so what's the biggest challenge in your life facing right now? I've got 2 jobs and I still can't, make ends meet. You know, that's typical in today's economy now. People working 2 jobs and still not having enough to put food on the table. And then you have, you know, how much income would you be looking to make? Well, you know, I'd be comfortable with an extra $1,500 or $2,000 a month, or an extra $500 a month. Maybe they're looking at just to cover groceries. Who knows? Whatever it may be, you want to figure out what it is they're looking for to accomplish each month. Because if people are looking to get this as a full-time job, then you know what kind of motivation level they're going to need to take this to a full-time job. If someone wants to look at this part-time and just say, hey, I got 2 jobs and I need something that I can just bring in some money on the side, you know, figure out a way to be able to figure that some type of, you know, time that they can integrate into this system. So you really got to figure out some of these questions. Is it part-time, full-time? You know, that's a good question there. What motivates you? You know, again, you want to trigger into what motivates them, what gets them to tick, what gets them to make decisions, what gets them to change their circumstance. Okay. And then money wasn't an option. What would you be doing with your life? That's a really good question, because then you want to get into what is their passion. Okay. Because then you can turn that around. I had a guy that says, I talked to today, he's a rancher, and he says, you know, my passion is to get my cows back. You know, a couple years ago I hit some hard times and I had to sell my cows, and I want to get my cows back so I can start ranching. I need to find a woman who loves agriculture. You know, I'm a wheelchair bound now and I need someone to be able to help me out, and I love to be ranching, but I can't. So, you know, to tell him, okay, well, what you're looking for is something that's automated, something you don't have to spend a lot of time yourself physically having to do. You know, something where you don't have to do this, you know, it's really, if once I understand him, now I can turn around and say, you know what, this is how I can help you specifically. Because of your situation, this is how it's going to help you, okay? So with your scripted response, what it's going to help you do is give you a structure of explaining how the system is going to work for them, how the commission structure works, how the system works, what is it that they'd be selling. You know, you want to give them something that shows them, hey, you're going to be selling a great opportunity that's going to be helping other people grow their business, help other people put food on the table for their families, help others being able to get out of the stress of being in debt, help others be able to give their dreams of reality. You know, that's what you're trying to sell here. You're not selling them, you know, an email system, a contact manager. You know, that's a great feature, but you want to sell them the benefit, not the feature. Sell them what could possibly happen if we take these tools and they use them correctly and you get results. That's what we want to look for. You know, what is your thinking if I was able to get you to the system, to get it to a position where you're now having X amount of leads coming in on a daily basis to your business? Do you think that's something that can be beneficial to you? Well, heck yeah. Okay, well, yeah, So bam, go right into selling another point, and then you always be closing. ABC, always be closing. You want to go into the close, always thinking of this person's going to buy. You never want to go into the close of asking for the sale thinking, oh, they might say no. Oh, what's going to happen? Who cares? People are going to say no. You're going to hear no 9 times before you're going to hear a yes. The benefit is, what are you going to say when you get that no? That's the question. Are you going to stutter? Are you going to freeze up? Are you going to get scared? Are you going to get worried? No, you're going to have scripted responses to everything. What you want to do is you want to outline the most responsive rebuttals, okay? Those rebuttals are going to include simple things like, I need to talk to my wife about it. I need to think about it. I don't know if I have the money right now. I don't know if I have the time right now to put something together. Like, I mean, you got to have, basically when you start calling people, you're going to figure out what it is that you're going to get excuses. And it's always the same stuff, no matter what you're selling. You're going to have the same excuses because everyone just gets used to them. They hear it all the time and they start using them because it works. People get off the phone. It works for 97% of the salespeople out there. They hear, let me think about it, or I'm going to talk to my wife. And they say, okay, have a nice day, then call me when you're ready. And they never hear from them again. Okay, you have to rebuttal. You got to give them rebuttal at least 3 times before you say, okay, I get it, I take that as your rebuttal, or whatever it is that you want to do. But you're always going to be closing, because even if they have a rebuttal, it doesn't mean that they can't still do business with you. Okay, that's a great rebuttal, I understand that, but here's a situation where someone that was just like you was able to overcome that objection, was able to take a different approach to it, and now is having great success. Stories sell, people. When you're talking to people over the phone, tell them a story. Give them something that happened to you or to a friend or to somebody, because if they can relate to a story and that relates to them and that can hit to them, they can say, you know what, if it happened to them, it can happen for me. And that could be the decision today. You know, I had the guy today, that rancher I was talking about. He had been talking to, I guess he had been hit up maybe for the last 6 months from other people talking about, hey, here's a home-based business opportunity, do this, you know, pay this, get into this, and you'll make money this way, blah, blah, blah. The guy didn't even have a credit card, no debit card, no credit card, anything, right? So he gets on the phone and he's like, you know, so how much is it going to cost? What am I going to have to pay? Give me the real scoop on this. So I go through all the details for him, okay? And he goes at the end of the call and he says, you know what, you know, this sounds all good and everything, but, you know, let me guess, you're going to ask for a credit card, right? And I'm like, yeah, we need a credit card, a debit card. Everything's automated for you. That's how the system works. You know, and then he goes, well, that's the thing. I don't have a credit card or debit card, so we can just scratch everything. I'm like, well, here, why don't you have a credit card? Okay, most people are not going to ask that. They're going to be like, oh, you know, okay, fine, I don't have to deal with you. Bye, whatever. No, I said, why don't you have a credit card? He goes, well, because I've been ripped off in the past. You know, people take money out of my account and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. So I tell him, I go, you know what? Visa, MasterCard, you know, the people who make those debit cards and credit cards, they protect you against fraud. If someone wants to fraudulently take money out of your account, you have protection. It's safer than cash. You're carrying cash around. If you lose your wallet and you call the bank, hey, I had $200 in cash, can you reimburse me on that? I just took out a receipt today. No, they'll laugh at you. But if you had your debit card and they took it and took $200 out and charged it and filled up the gas tank or whatever they did with it, you call your bank and say, hey, my wallet was stolen and my debit card's in there. Okay, well, I see there were some charges on your account. We'll make sure we get those removed. So things like that, I mean, you just have to be able to understand the situation of the client and be able to provide a solution to that client. Because at the end of the call, the guy ended up telling me, you know what, Manny, after this call, I'm going to call my bank right now, and I'm going to go get me a debit card or credit card because I want to get started with you. I see you're just giving me the solution to everything I've asked for. So that's really what it is. It's really finding the problem that is hindering that person from becoming a salesperson for you or a new client or whatever it may be, and turning that person into a paying client by overcoming their objections and understanding what they need, not what you want to sell them. Okay, because I can call anybody and sell them on all this different features and how this is going to be a benefit to you, but if the guy is only looking for one aspect of his business to grow, like for example, if we go in here and I talk to someone, I mean, as you know, with the system, it's got over a dozen features built into it. So if I go in there and I say, you know, it's got voicemail and or not voice, it's got voice broadcasting, it's got lead capture pages, sales funnels, custom Google Hangout pages, and email marketing, and a contact manager. I mean, the guy's just going to get discombobulated. He's going to be like, what? I don't even know what that means. But if you go say, what it is that you need in your business? What's your business lacking right now? What is it that your life is lacking right now? You're lacking money. Okay, you're lacking funds. Okay, so that's going to turn into marketing, or is that going to turn into, you know, getting out there and talking to people? What is it that you're not doing that you should be doing? And then show them how, using your product or your system or your business, how are you going to be able to solve that solution? And you have to show him enough value to offset the cost of whatever it is that you're going to ask them for at the end of that call. You have to show them that if your product costs $100, you need to show that your product is worth $1,000, because that's the only way they're going to see, you know what, I want to buy this, because you know what, my $100 is going to be a great investment to something I know is going to be worth $1,000. That's what you're looking for when you're trying to get these people on the phone. Okay. Another tip is you want to be excited. When you're talking to people over the phone, your excitement level transfers to the person over that phone. Okay, your smile, the way you're talking, the standing, the sitting. When you're talking on the phone, you're pitching someone, stand up. Don't sit down. Why would you sit down? If you want to have movement, I mean, they don't see you in person. All they have is a voice over the phone. That's all they can hear. But in that hearing, they can hear the tone. They can know if you're smiling, if you're sad, if you're sitting down, if you're slouching. All of that can be told by the phone. And if you look boring and you look dissatisfied with your job and with your slouching and your just boring attitude, the client's not going to be excited about your product. No. So what you want to do is you want to be excited. You got to understand, think of this when you're talking to someone over the phone as if you're a Broadway musical person, I guess you call it. I'm a Broadway actor, okay? When someone does Broadway, it's a live event, okay? It's a live event, and that person who's paid for that ticket, more than likely it's the first time they've seen that event. So it's the first time they're going to get that first impression of this business, basically, because a performer is a business. So when you go out there and you perform your act, which is your phone sales script, this is the first time they've heard it. And the first impression of your business is everything. It's going to make or break the sale within a couple seconds or a couple minutes. So you want to make sure you're giving them enough value that says, this person's excited about their product. This person, I don't know, I just need to listen to this guy. I remember one time I was in selling something over the phone. It's internet marketing, and we had a contest in the beginning of the day. The first person to make a sale could leave for the day. It was a Friday, so we're just, let's make the first person to get a sale. So I was pumped up and I was just excited. I don't know if I had a Red Bull or something in the morning. I don't know what it was, but I was just super pumped that day. I got on the phone. I didn't even sit down on my desk. The first person I called, I just said, "Hey, how you doing? This is Manny." Just crazy, just excited. And I was just, everyone in the whole office heard me. And I'm like, I just want to tell you about this incredible opportunity I want to share with you today. You're just going to love it. It's this, just going off on how this is going to benefit them. And then I start asking questions. What do you do for your business? Oh man, that's an awesome business. Wow. How did you get into that? If you really show an interest into their business, people love to talk about themselves. So let them sit there and talk about themselves all day. Why not? Just let them do it. Run with it. And then the more they talk with themselves, the more they're going to give you the ability to talk about your business. Okay? So the main thing is listening. You want to listen to what they're talking about, give them value, and show them that you have something that is going to be different from what anyone else is offering. Okay, so at this point, let's go ahead and touch base on a little bit more things with the script. Keep in mind, I'm not going to go through it word for word. I'm going to upload the script again to the back office of the system in PLS, and also we'll put it in the Facebook group as well, so you guys can take advantage of some of these scripts. I have more than one, so there's a few different layouts you guys will be able to utilize. But basically, it just goes from start to scratch, all the way, start to finish, from the beginning all the way to asking them, hey, you get your credit card and let's get this started. Come on, let's get it going. Get them to take action. The best time for them to buy, or to at least sign up for the free trial, would be the same time you're on the phone with them. Okay? Because within 24 hours, they've already lost 50% of what you just told them. So by the next day, 2 days from then, you got to basically re-pitch them all over again for them to understand what it is they're getting. And use that as a selling tool. Hey, by tomorrow, you're going to forget 50% of what I just told you. Right now, it's fresh in your memory. Let's go ahead and make a decision now on whether or not this is going to be a benefit for you. I can take a no just as easy as a yes. Give them a takeaway. Take it away from them. Hey, if this isn't for you, by all means, I can go ahead and call the next guy. Not a big deal, but, I feel that this could really benefit you. I understand the system. I know how this works. I know how to be successful with it, and I know I can teach you how to do it. What I need from you is just some little trust. Give me 1%. I'll earn the other 99 for you. Just some cliche stuff like that. It works. I'll give you guys a bunch of different scripts and stuff like that you guys can use, and rebuttals that I've put together over the years that have just been very successful with everything I've done. So it doesn't matter what you're selling. You can be selling, candy to some kids. It doesn't matter. Same rebuttals, same scripts, same objections. So we'll do that. And then also, one thing I wanted to cover with you guys, if you did want to get some leads, we have a setup promotion right now within the lead system. I called over to Cutting Edge Media, which is one of the lead providers here. It's this one. And they're fresh lead. Let me see here. The fresh local leads, I think it's these ones. Fresh local leads. I'm pretty sure it's these ones. They're all United States leads. And I think fresh national leads, I think it's these ones. Yes. So the fresh national leads, normally when you go online, they're $60, and you get 100 leads, and these are uploaded to your database. They're U.S., Canada, or female leads if you want, American or something like that, and you need only female leads. Delivering in real time, sold up to 2 other times only, so that's why you're getting a discount on the leads. So they may be sold to 2 other people, but they're not sold to 2 other people within the PLS system. So that's one thing that you have. The only thing you're going to be competing with is your competitors, which there's no one really that can compete with PLS if you really break down what we're getting. So if you have issues competing with anybody else, closing them on your opportunity, let me know, okay? Because I can close anyone over any direct sales company out there. There's nothing compared to this company. So basically, we look out here, and this is what we have as the sales, or is what the pricing is. But what I've worked out with Josh at Cutting Edge Media, if you give him a call, 866-300-9885. You ask for the Manny Lopez $50 special. So you save $10 right off of that $60 right there. And all you got to do is call in and say, hey, I was on the Hangout with Manny, and he said, mentioned the $50 special. I'm calling to get my $50 special. Give you 100 leads, names, emails, phone numbers, where they're located. They're all U.S. leads, as you can see, and you can start calling them today, tomorrow. You know, as soon as they give you the leads, they upload them to your database. You add a campaign to them. They send out an email, and then start calling them. You know, if you guys have any questions at this point, you know, use this chat role that we have right below here. Okay, it's right below. I'm live there right now, answering questions that you guys may have. And if anything, feel free to reach out. You know, I'm here to help you guys here. That's what my focus here is, to make sure everybody can be successful with the system. And it's really just getting them to understand how to be successful with it. People just need coaching, and that's what I'm here for. So I'll be here every week, every Thursday. If you guys need anything, let me know. You'll be able to reach me through the Facebook group and through the chat role feature here. So again, it was great coaching with you guys. Hope you guys have a great holiday, and we'll see you back here next week. Thank you.